Okay, I must say something. I lied. For some reason, I can't seem to get straight in my head that there was 3 more pages. Just 1 more page of notes and then 2 pages of examples. So forgive me, my fault. Not the best on always counting. Oh, that's sad as a geometry teacher. All right, the next 2 are just converse statements with rhombuses. And so we're just going to fill them in, but know they naturally happen because of the previous 2 theorems. So the first thing we're going to say, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are perpendicular, then I automatically know it's a rhombus. So if you ever see a parallelogram, right angles being formed, just know that it's going to be a rhombus. The next one also works with the bisecting. It says if a single diagonal this time bisects if a diagonal, oops, I should have said this, of a parallelogram bisects a pair of opposite angles, then the parallelogram is a rhombus. So it looks something like this. Here would be your parallelogram, and if you know it was a parallelogram, we mark our parallel sides. And if you see these pairs of congruent angles, then you know it's also a rhombus. So parallelogram and a rhombus. Now here's the last bit of notes, and then we're going to bring it all together. We have a square. And remember I joked about this when we were doing this last semester about, ooh, the square is the superpower. Well, it is. It's everything. You could use what you need. A square is one of those quadrilaterals with 4 right angles, or you can say 4 congruent angles, either one works, and 4 congruent sides. Basically, we call that a regular polygon. So that'd be a regular quadrilateral. Now, I forgot on the last page, so I'm just going to flip it over real quick. That L doesn't look good, so I'm going to make it L that way. What type of would a rhombus be? A rhombus would be considered an equilateral quadrilateral. So, sorry I forgot to tell you that earlier. It's just trying to review some terms and stuff that we had. So did everyone get that with me? It's an equilateral quadrilateral. Kind of cool. Now, because a square basically, now understand this, all squares are rhombuses. All squares are rectangles. All squares are parallelograms. But that doesn't mean it's the other way around. Not all parallelograms are squares. Not all rectangles are squares, because they can have different side lengths. So you have to kind of think that way. So remember, a square has all the properties of a parallelogram, a rectangle, and a rhombus. So you get to use which ones that you need the best. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some time and we're going to work some examples to see if we're really ready for this. But here's the key thing. Doing your homework, have these rules close by, because you're going to need to refer to them to help you solve for missing things.